Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another Misfits Racing League highlights video. We are here in Monza, of course, the Temple of Speed. It is the Tier 2 racers taking you through the highlights today, and we had a very, very unique race with a lot of rain. Kai Bacchini on pole position, Domi in second. That is Crampy in third position there. We have Darian Alfie in fourth, Matteo in fifth, Statman in sixth, Scars in seventh, Sejoss in eighth, Wisp in ninth, Liam rounding out your top 10, and of course we'll go down through the rest of the grid with you guys in a few moments.
Here we go then, hopefully a little bit more successful again. The light's not present on screen for whatever reason or another. And here we go, Kai Bacchini has had an absolutely abysmal start. He hasn't seen the lights, it would seem. Something has happened there. He has not got the start he would want. He is dropping like an absolute stone. Domi has absolutely flown past. Matteo is up into second place, down into the first corner. We're on board with Kai Bacchini, who is now in fifth place, and you can see behind them it's Sejoss in three wide coming out of the second turn. It's Cotters on the outside of them. They're still exchanging positions as they come towards
Extremes into the wall. Extremes had a major issue finding traction in that racing point, and he has slid himself into the wall. A lot of drama here on the opening lap. Verstappen having connection problems, it would seem. Kai Bacchini in fourth, Verstappen dropping into fifth. Kai Bacchini on the rear of Crampy coming down into the Ascari chicane. This is very tight at the front right now. Things are also very tight in the rear. Sejoss in 10th position is hunting down Wisp. But of course, Kai still sticking to the rear of that Haas, and he wants first position back, and he wants it back now.
Obviously, we're not going to see any DRS during this race, I don't think, but it's Kai Bacchini going to need it slipstreaming behind the Haas. You can just see there's just no pace. A little bit later on the brakes, though, one of the Mercedes will lock up into turn one around the outside. It's going to give them the outside, inside into turn two. And Crampy using overtake on the exit, but it's just not the traction he needs. You can already see a dry line forming.
And what's happened here? It looks like Wisp and Extreme have come together. We have a safety car deployed on lap 5 Unicorn. Extreme is missing his entire front wing. Gadwin is out of this race, and Wisp somehow came out of this unscathed.
Yeah, Wisp is so far up ahead. I don't know whether he was involved as much as the others. There's a lot of people getting drive-thrus for speeding under the safety car.
Matteo sliding out of Parabolica. Is Kai Bacchini going to overtake him here? I think...
Yeah.
No, Kai's held up. Kai's held up. Matteo's really struggling here. He has been overtaken on the start of this race. He had major traction loss coming through Parabolica. He's dropped into 4th position, and that is going to be the Ferrari of Scars hunting him down now.
Sejoss, is he going to have more luck? He's at the inside of Wisp into turn 1, and a little bit deep through turn 1, out of turn 2. A little bit of contact between the two. Sejoss squeezed wide into a little bit of grass by Wisp there, but Wisp holding on to P9 right now. They're fighting it out for the last of the points. They've got a big gap behind.
There's a big tap!
It's Sejoss into the wall, and he is pointing the wrong way.
Somebody who's got to worry right now. Scars is looking at Adrian around the outside as we head down through into the second chicane. Coming out of the Curva Grande now. He just wasn't alongside to make the lunge, but you can tell he could feel it in the air. He wanted to go for it. They both had a bit of a scrape coming through out of the chicane now. Both of them dipping their tires where they shouldn't be going, but now it's Scars on the inside coming through the first Lesmo. Into the second Lesmo, Adrian a little bit later on the brakes holds it in 8th for now, but is this going to give Scars the run? Adrian's had a slip on the rears as he comes off the curbing. Scars and Adrian wheel to wheel as we head down the straight. We're heading down into the Ascari chicane. How's this going to go? That is Scars on the rear of Adrian for now.
One, as Domi, he's getting pretty close to the rear of Wisp, but it's Darian going past Scars down towards turn 1. He's got that move done. Domi late on the brakes into the second chicane. It's Wisp on the inside through the first corner. Domi disappearing under the earth on my screen. But it is Domi back into lead of this race. Can he hold it into the first? Let's
look in the rear view.
Is right behind them.
Kai Bacchini's really rubbing his hands together, waiting for these two to scrap. And it's Wisp right now who's going to be in a position to hold up Kai now.
Again, earlier in this race, might be able to take those tyres to the end, and is now sitting in 4th place, but it's a Haas of Crampy getting a very good run for Ascari. He's going to have the exit of a lifetime. It's Kai and Wisp going side by side through Parabolic. It seems Wisp has had a little bit of a loss of traction, similar to what we saw from Matteo. And the AlphaTauri hopping it into the pit lane on fairly old wets, as well as Liam as well in 4th place. 10 laps on those wets so far, and it is Matteo past the Williams.
Now this is where the wing damage comes in. He's tapped Matteo. Now around the outside is the Williams with that little love tap. Is he going to try and make that move stick? Now there's been a little bit of contact. He's really compromised Matteo's exit.
Wet tires looking at the rear of Undertaker. Hasn't been able to get past. Is he going to make it past? Around the outside, or around the inside of the Curva Grande, around the outside into the second chicane, and he has made that move. I don't see him finishing anywhere below P6 unless he has a fairly large issue. And even then, I think he could definitely secure P5. Matteo has shown some pace, but I feel unfortunate.
There goes
Dirk
Chocolate.
His teammate, has retired.
Well, what's happened to Dirk? It's that second Lesmo. Except this time around, it's in a little bit of a different way. It is the entrance of that second Lesmo that has done Dirk dirty here, perhaps.
What Yasko did, I think. All off this. And Kai Bacchini has gone here. Domi is about a second behind him. And then Crampy, with a damaged front wing, has jumped into the bit. So Matteo is into third, but it's Adrian around the outside of him down the start-finish straight. Absolutely breezing past the McLaren. Behind them, we've got Scars and Codders as well. Down into turn one, Codders has a little look. It's very aggressive if he was going to do that. Crampy dropping down to 10th place, and Codders having an issue. There's Wisp looking around the outside of him through the Curva Grande. It's the Alpha Tauri on the outside. We've seen him make one up the inside. This time, it's Wisp around the outside of Codders, and he's got that move done.
And is here as soon as Liam pulled out of that slipstream onto the non-racing line. Things slowed right down for him, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to find traction, of course, in that standing water. Now Liam ahead of Codders into 7th position, down the straight into Parabolica. He's going to be looking to capture P6 now from Wisp ahead.
He's now within half a second, and Kai's just picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Meanwhile, Wisp and Scars wheel-to-wheel through Ascari. This has caused a big issue for Wisp. Mateo's through. Scars is under major threat now. Liam slipped into 6th position here as the Ferrari comes under threat. That's Matteo. Around the outside through Parabolica. Is this going to be the move done for the Frenchman? He's in 4th position for the moment. Is he going to hold it around the outside of not Ascari, the Parabolica? Yes, he is, and this is going to really open up Scars to Liam. Liam coming down the outside of the pit straight. We're crossing into the final lap of this race. Wheel to wheel for the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Coming down into turn 1 right now. And Matteo is leading them both. There goes Liam. Scars, wheel to wheel. That's the Red Bull on the inside. Where's Wisp? Wisp has the front row seat and the popcorn, but Codders isn't leaving him be, and Scars has lost out to Liam here. Because, of course, Kai Bacchini, where he began this race, in the lead of it, on pole position, is about to come through Parabolica now with Domi 1.2 seconds away. How's it going to go for penalties? You can see Kai now coming through all of the standing water of Parabolica, hugging that inside line, taking the checkered flag as the Mercedes. Domi to the line behind him, takes the win on penalties, and it's Adrian now with Matteo and Liam hot on his rear coming out of the Parabolica. How's it going to go for podiums? Adrian's going to be first to the line. Matteo behind him. Liam gets the podium as Wisp comes across without the penalties. He collects 3rd. It's Domi, Kai, and Wisp here on the podium in Italy for round 15 of Tier 2 action. Matteo drops to 6th. Cars collected 5th in this one. Liam got 4th. You can see Cedros now in 8th position. Squid and Maxim have crossed. Crampy